Hi everyone, my name is Jane Kilpatrick and I'm from Donegal YFC, and welcome to my Instagram takeover for the YFC's U mental health campaign. This month we're focusing on the topic of We're All in This Together. I'm really proud to sit on the subcommittee focusing on mental health, having suffered from various mental health issues of my own in the past. In the past 10 years I've experienced both depression and anxiety. Both conditions can be debilitating and have a severely adverse effect on your life, so it's really about learning to cope with the situations that you face. One of the best coping methods that I found is talking to other people. That old saying of a problem shared is a problem halved really is true. Being open and honest about the fact that you're experiencing negative health characteristics helps not only you, but others around you too, as they can learn to notice mood and temperament changes. This allows you to approach other people to chat about your issues more freely, but it can also help them to chat more openly to you if they think that you're having problems. Whether it be my mum and dad, my boyfriend, or even my ever reliable Donegal YFC girls, I know that if I have a problem, the best thing to do is to talk to one of them about it before the feelings and thoughts build up and I start experiencing my own anxiety traits of migraines, insomnia, and unpredictable mood swings. In the past, I've had to go to stress management classes and counselling to help me manage my thoughts and feelings. So there's always help and always a solution out there. Please just talk to someone. Lockdown was a real roller coaster for me. About 4 days before lockdown kicked in properly, we adopted a dog. And at the start, I loved working from home and spending so much time with Louie the dog and Michael. However, about 3 or 4 weeks in, the novelty very quickly wore off, and I found myself very on edge about the fact that I couldn't just leave the house when I wanted to go and see my family or friends. Having been involved with the YSCU for almost 18 years and sitting on various committees and being used to going out to club meetings and competitions, I found it really strange to not be out of the house at least 1 or 2 nights a week. Spending 24/7 looking at the same 4 walls with Michael put a real strain on our relationship too, and I would pick fights with him over the stupidest of things, like the night that he didn't bother to check the timings when he was cooking dinner, and so we had the vegetables and potatoes at one time, and then about half an hour later when the meat was cooked we ate it separately. Around that time though, thankfully, Zoom, Google Hangouts and Microsoft Teams really took off, and thankfully I soon found myself hosting a quiz with my Donegal girls. There's 12 of us in our group, so getting a time that suits all of us to go out for dinner and a drink and a catch up is nigh on impossible. Thankfully, a worldwide pandemic and a shutdown of everyone's social lives meant that we could all join up for the Zoom quiz and even meet our newest member, baby Hannah Gill, who at that age stage was only about 2 months old. Thankfully now we're all coming out of lockdown. The most rigid restrictions that were imposed upon us are being lifted and office workers are getting back to their desks. It's been great to get out and about again to see family and friends, and while I'm not in a rush to get back to a pub anytime soon, I've certainly enjoyed back garden barbecues as opposed to buses to barbecues this summer. For me, one of the greatest achievements of not only the YFCU but our country as a whole throughout the last 5 months has been how well everyone has worked together. Our own clubs have pulled together to gather up donations for food banks. We've delivered food parcels and prescriptions to the vulnerable and donated PPE and hand sanitizer to hospitals and care homes. It really is true that we're stronger together. Normally clubs are in fierce competition with each other to see who can win the most prizes, but recently we've put all of this to one side to focus on the most important thing, getting through COVID-19. A few years ago, when Roberta Simmons was president, she launched the Know Your Neighbour campaign, which encouraged clubs to work together for the greater good of our communities. This pandemic has shown that we work with our neighbours better than ever, and we really are all in this together. Going forward, I hope that everyone will look out for each other the way that we have in recent months, and that the YFC's U campaign grows and helps people who may find themselves in a similar situation to what I have in the past. If you think you need any help, or even just someone to chat to, remember, it's good to talk. Please reach out and chat to someone, whether it be your family, your friends, your GP, or even a helpline. Remember, we're all in this together.